Uh, Hello guys, mkoaje? I hope kila mtu ako fiti. This is E.N.MACHARIA, your accountant. I hope everything is moving on well. Na niko hapa kwa sababu ya some one or two things nikitaka tuguzie kuhusu. So tafadhali naomba unipe dakika zako kadhaa tuelimishane kidogo kuhusu taxation. Na ninajua at the end of the topic utaweza kuwa umepata advices that are necessary to move forward. So kindly, kama ni mara yako ya kwanza kujiunga nasi, feel much welcomed. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to comment, remember to share so that we can reach as many people as possible, tuweze kusaidiana. So for today niko hapa kwa sababu ya bado naendeleza ile topic yangu ya Finance Act, and as we come to the end of the 2023 financial year, there are changes that Financial Act 2023 proposed to be effective or should be effective from 1st January 2024, na hizo ndizo ninataka tuangalie, tuone ni gani na gani hizo zinakuhusu, so that from there come the new year utakuwa in a position to know which changes are affecting you, and you'll be in a very good position to make very good decisions. So our topic today, as always, have a notebook and a pen for reference purposes. Unaandika tu kwa sababu I might not be there, but with notes you can be very good or in a position to refer to something that you might have forgotten. So have your notebook, have your pen, and let's proceed with our lesson, and that is changes in the Financial Act effective 1st January 2023. And these changes are on the Finance Act 2023. So you can go into details, enda uangalia hapo kwa Finance Act, soma uelewe. Kwa sababu ya muda hatutaguzia in deep, so tutaguzia juu, but at least utakuwa na a knowledge of the changes that will affect you in January 2024. So we will start by number 1, filing of income tax returns. Filing of income tax return. So this is a change that will take effect from 1st January 2023, and the change in this income tax filing is as follows. Any expenditure or loss shall be not deductible if the invoices of the transactions are not generated from electronic tax invoicing management, that is E-TIMS. So nilisema hapa nitaintroduce a topic kuhusu E-TIMS, and E-TIMS is a program that KRA wameanzisha ya kuonboard everybody on the system or software, so that any invoice generated must be generated from the E-TIMS or the software. So if you have any expense coming January 1st, 2024, that you may require the expense to be deducted from the income tax, then you must be compliant to the electronic tax integrated management system. So those handwritten expenses or vouchers, invoices generated by other systems won't be, and I repeat, won't be deductible in the income tax, not unless it is generated from the E-TIMS. So in this case, everybody is required to be onboarded, regardless you are paying VAT, regardless you are paying which type of tax. Kindly make sure any person you are interacting or conducting business with is onboarded or registered with E-TIMS. Otherwise, you will lose a lot. You will lose a lot of expenses that may be deductible from the income tax. And what does that mean? So at the end of your financial year, come 2024 December or thereafter, you will pay a higher income tax due to those expenses that were not deducted or that were not validated by KRA through E-TIMS. So remember, this onboarding, it's not only for the VAT taxpayers. I'm emphasizing that everybody, regardless wewe ni mwendeshaji pikipiki, wewe ni muuza matunda, any type of business that you are doing, you must be onboarded. And remember, if you are a business person and you conduct business with unregistered person, then nimesema automatically jua hapo utahesabu a lot of loss, kwa sababu hizo expenses zenye zote receipts utapewa zenye haziko generated from E-TIMS ama invoices hazitakuwa deductible at the end of the financial year. So take note that from January 2024, you need to be onboarded on E-TIMS. That is electronic tax invoicing management system, so that at the end of your financial year, all your expenses may be allowable for deduction. So I hope hapo tumeelewana vizuri. Number 2, another change that will take effect on 1st January 2024 is withholding taxes on immovable property. Withholding taxes on immovable properties. This These are like houses, commercial, residential. Those are RADs. They are immovable properties. So, withholding taxes on payments for use of immovable properties shall be reduced from 10% to 7.5%. Normally tumekuwa tukitoa withholding taxes of 10%, but from 1st January 2024, the 10% will reduce to 7.5%. So, kindly note that. 3. Taxation of repatriated income for non-residents. Taxation of repatriated income for non-resident. What is repatriation? This occurs when a tax-paying entity transfers money earned overseas back to the country where it is based. So tuseme unafanya kazi huko ng'ambo, pesa ikiletwa hapa, those people working in Qatar, in USA, in UK, but are Kenyan, your permanent resident is in Kenya, there is a change that will kick or take effect from 1st January 2024, which states repatriated income for non-residents with permanent establishment in Kenya will be taxed at a rate of 15% and their corporate income tax rate reduced from 37.5% to 30%. So, wewe kama unafanya kazi huko ughaibuni ama Ulaya ama nje ya nchi, be advised that come 1st January 2024, rates zitabadilika to 15% and corporate income tax will reduce to 30%. So, another change, number 4. Corporate income tax on vaccines. Corporate tax on vaccines. Introduce corporate income tax rate of 10% for companies undertaking the manufacture of human vaccines. So, kama wewe uko na kampuni inatengeneza vaccines, Finance Act 2023 introduce an income tax of 10% for the companies that are manufacturing the vaccines. So, kindly note. And also, kama uko na rafiki mwenye anafanya hiyo job, pia ni vizuri mujulishe. So, 5. Interest on mortgages. Wale watu wanalipa mortgages. So, wameintroduce a change that will kick or be effective on 1st January 2024, which states individuals to claim mortgage interest expense to a maximum of Kenya shillings 300,000 per year incurred on money borrowed from a corporate society. So, kama umeomba pesa from a corporate society, you will be allowed to claim the interest expense to a maximum of 300,000 per year. So that is maybe when you are filing your individual tax returns after year end, So hapo ndio maybe utakuwa una claim the 300,000 per year interest expense. So 6, review the rates of advance tax. So hapa najua inaguza watu wengi kwa sababu kuna watu wengi wako na magari. It's a very crucial point to note also. Come 1st January 2024, any van, pickup, trucks, prime movers, trailers and lorries to 25,000 per ton of road capacity per year or 5,000 per year, whichever is higher. So any van, pickup, truck, prime movers, trailers and lorries will pay 2,500 per ton of road capacity. So let's assume your pickup inabeba 3 ton or 5,000 per year, whichever is higher. So kutalingana, they'll have to do their own calculations to determine in which category unaangukia. So saloons, those are cars, station wagons, minibuses, buses, coaches to 100 per passenger capacity per month or Kenya shillings 5,000 per year, whichever is higher. So utakuwa ukilipia, kuna changes zitafanyika pale kwa gari yenye iko na capacity ya 100 passengers. Sorry, 100 per passenger. Utakuwa ukilipia 100 per passenger ama 5,000 compiled, that is lump sum, whichever is higher. So kama ikifanywa calculations ile 100 ikifanywa hesabu na passengers ndio iko juu kushinda 5,000 per year, then utalipia as per passenger. But if the 5,000 is higher, you shall pay the 5,000. So kindly visit the Finance Act 2023